ladies and gentlemen, dude and dudettes. I'm Matt Burns.
And I'm Monsieur Irvine.
In case you're wondering, yes, we are got a bit of a weird one because this week originally, I believe Irvine was meant to be the missing one, not JB.
Ka-ching!
However, everyone might be wondering what's going on, why is there the suddenly switch? It's simply because, unfortunately, at this moment in time, this episode is actually pre-recorded.
Very much so. Very, very, very pre-recorded.
Basically, we've had to do it the day before, and as such, this episode is being recorded on the 13th of the 2nd, 2021. And this is due to the fact that on the original scheduled programming timing, unfortunately, it's due to more so for myself. I couldn't be able to make the arrangements, and unfortunately, I know exactly what I was saying. Well, couldn't JB do it on his own or anything? It'd be unfair to do it to have anybody do it on their own.
I'd agree with that. Not to mention talking to yourself for a while could really send you mental.
Even though I did it for many, many years on The Burning Truth.
Hence why you're still mental.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I agree with that.
Right, okay then. So, without further ado, shall we get the watershed over and done with?
The following episode of The Burning Truth may contain strong language and may be unsuitable for younger listeners and people who may find some of the topics that we discuss, be whether wrestling or non-wrestling topics, offensive. If we do apologise in advance if you are easily offended. But please understand, you have been warned.
Yeah. So, guess what that means? Don't say fuck or bugger.
And of course, we'll have to put it in. Audio, with the strobe light maybe in effect as well, even though we're in audio.
Yeah, doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense. But anyway, the point being is, as we said, that's the audio disclaimer out of the way, so you have been warned. And of course, we're also stating that The Burning Truth still covers and supports Black Lives Matter and hashtag speaking out in every way. If anybody wants to get in touch with us in regards to that, they're more than welcome to. You know where to contact us on, be it either social media directly or even on the website. Or, all availability is open to everybody.
Yes, but you're missing an important key there.
Go on.
We only deal in facts. So we don't want any slander or anything that could potentially get us sued.
Ooh, no, we can't be having that. And as you can probably tell, if you listen to us every week, this is not us just spewing the same, hitting play or record, using the recording. You can tell it's us actually saying it. We have a little different spin on it each week.
Yeah, definitely.
However, moving on, we've got a one topic to discuss straight off the bat that is non-wrestling related, unfortunately.
What would that be, Mr. Burns?
That would be what happened last week.
Yes, the technical difficulties.
Oh.
What a pain in the arse.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I don't know about you, but obviously we were actually excited to do last week's episode, as we are every week, but more so because we had a brilliant topic ready to be covered, and that was silly wrestling names.
Yeah, weird wrestling names used and everything all around silly. However, in case anybody's saying, are you doing it this week? Hold your horses. We are putting it on hold for the time being, that topic.
Yeah, we want all of us there to go through that one because it's just not the same.
Exactly.
It's just not the same. So we'll keep that one on hold. until we're all
back. We're in full power.
Yeah, we're at full power. We're running at about 70% at the moment?
66%.
66. That's a fucking random number.
33. Well, 33.33.33. Okay, there's a missing one.
Oh, for God's sake! Just had to be the pedantic arse, didn't you?
Somebody has to be for this week.
Oh, for God's sake!
And it's always me though, usually.
Yeah. Now look who's the daft one.
Sorry, but then again, taking into account, I put the blame on the fact that I've been doing it. I did do it on my own for many, many years. I did go nuts.
You are absolutely fucking nuts.
No, anyway, that aside, we had some massive technical issues. It wasn't just one. It wasn't just one thing that led into the other. It was just we had some internet issues, and more importantly, it was actually on my side.
Hey, so it wasn't my side, and it wasn't
JB's side.
So, whose fault was it, Batman's?
Unfortunately, I had to chat with my internet service provider. We had actual internet. Lo and behold, I was surprised at how long we lasted because immediately after the episode, I suddenly lost complete internet connection.
This show wouldn't happen if we were broadcasting from America.
Basically, bear in mind, I couldn't even watch Netflix. I was angry.
What? Netflix?
No, I was not able to watch Netflix. No Netflix and chill.
Nilflix? You said Nilflix at first.
Netflix. It's the way I pronounce it. I probably butchered it.
Oh, you butchered it, all right. Jesus Christ.
It's probably almost as bad as how I can butcher people's names at times, which I have a feeling I may butcher at some point. I don't know why. But anyway,
Yep.
Point being is, we had that technical issue, and then we had also some audio issues, which I will say I have been working on since when?
Since last weekend.
Yeah. And when did I fix it?
About an hour and a half ago, from when this was filmed. Filmed?
Recorded.
Recorded. I was thinking along the right lines there. You see.
It counts. That could be the future.
Ooh, yeah. There we go. Hey, I killed two birds with one stone, and I didn't even realise.
Why not? Anyway, let's move on to our wrestling topics, shall we? Because we don't want to be boring everybody with the fact that we had technical issues last week. We dealt with them. Let's move on. Agreed?
Yeah, I think I'll let you off this time. Very unprofessional last week, Mr. Burns. Very unprofessional.
I know. I'm Matt Burns. I screwed up the Burns episode with no internet connection. I'm so sorry. Anyway, that aside, some of the topics that we're going to be covering today, we've got some interesting topics about the Burning Truth itself, with a project that could be coming back.
Well, there's no could be about it. It's definitely.
Well, it is. It is.
When you ask?
Save that for later.
Yeah.
We've also got our non-wrestling topic, which is going to be interesting. We've also got the epic wrestling moment, which is a good choice, I will say, Mr. Irvine.
Yeah, I'd say so.
We've also got some talk of AEW.
About bloody time.
I've been for a while, but it's coming back. And of course, we've got to cover one topic on WWE. Which we'll get straight into right now.
Yeah. So, may I introduce this particular topic?
You can, if you can do it without laughing.
So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Burning Truth, if you follow us on social media, has posted our Friday fun. Kudos to Matt Burns on that one. So, if you follow us on social media, I can't do it without laughing. I'm sorry. I'm
Let me
trying.
take over.
No, it's okay. I'm composing myself. Right. Okay.
You're still doing it better than me.
So, on Friday, we did Friday Fun. Matt Burns posted on The Burning Truth a certain topic of one of my personal favourite bands, Blink-182, and a certain hilarious situation that has happened to a certain individual that has been classed as an unsafe worker. Who could that be, might you ask? Well, without further ado, I shall tell you it is Nia Jax. And her, Mr. Burns, would you like to take over?
My hole!
Every time. It happens every time. I laugh because I just keep picturing her face. Oh, that meme every time. Ow, my hole!
My hole! My hole!
Oh.
But the thing is, and this is not us picking on it either.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
Because I've got to give credit where credit is due. Because even Nia Jax herself is rolling with it.
That could also be taken in another way.
No, she's actually going along with the joke.
Yes, thank you very much for...
I'll rephrase it. She's going along with the joke, and the fact that she hasn't taken it as it's an insult. She's seeing for what it is. It happened. It, and she's even owning up to it, and even congratulating everybody to say, "I appreciate everyone asking about my hole."
that fucking... Oh, I can't believe it. But, to be honest, if she could... the best form of medicine is laughter. And if you can't laugh at yourself, then what's the point?
You'll most likely cry.
Yeah, you probably end up having a meltdown. So, kudos to Nia Jax. She's turned a hilarious situation into an even funnier situation by making fun of the situation that she was in.
The only saving grace on this is, sorry for the spoiler in advance already. Yes, I know it's only been technically 24 hours, well, it'd be 48 hours from when you hear this. On SmackDown, they actually did almost a repeat sort of thing. I just hope that we don't overdo it, if you know what I mean.
A bit like Titus will slide. God, that got old quick.
Still funny, but got old quick.
Yeah, but the original one's funny.
Yeah.
Not just like the carry on.
Yeah.
Because it was just turning into a bit of a carry on film there.
Carry on, will slide.
Oh no!
Sorry, I had to.
Yeah, I thought so. Now, for listeners abroad, obviously, if you don't know what a carry on film is, just look up British films like Carry On Camping, and you'll see what we mean. It's just cheesy fun, which can get old quite quickly.
I know. I like the Carry On films.
Yeah, so do I. But if you were to watch when you used to have the marathons on.
I'm sorry, but I disagree with you on that one, because I actually know somebody who's actually got every single one of them, and he watches them.
And that would be
Big Rich.
Yeah, but that's fair enough. I'm not saying they're bad, and I'm not saying that it's bad to watch them. I'm just saying that if you watch one after the other, it'd get boring a bit quick if you just spread it out over time, where we had Titus World Slide shoved in our faces. Oh my God, I can't believe I've just had to explain that. You fucking arse. I hate you. See, what you have to do, Mr. Burns, is you have to get that girl, and you have to look her straight in the eye and go, I hate you.
I didn't know where you were going with that, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. But anyway,
Well,
moving
basically,
on.
I'm saying to you that you are the girl, and I am going to grab you, look you in the eye, and say, I hate you.
Are you just calling me the girl because I've got long hair?
Yeah.
I thought so. Not the first time I've heard that joke, but yeah, oh well.
I was going to come up with it. No, I won't say that.
Nope. Anyway, let's move.
Oh, God, I nearly said it then. No.
No. Be good. Be good. But anyway, the point being is, Nia Jax is basically going with it. And I think it's good because the fact that she's showing that regardless of it, she's being a team player. I just hope that each time they're doing this moment, that it isn't actually hurting it either. Yes, we know that in the past that she has been told off for being a dangerous worker or anything like that. But regardless of it, you don't wish anyone to be hurt in any situation.
Well, I did actually catch hold of the clip where she literally dropped a certain individual on their head. Yeah. It actually made me cringe.
Are you on about the powerbomb / chokeslam thing?
I actually don't think it was. I think it was. Was it a German that she did?
Oh.
I think it was a German. I'm pretty sure it was. It could have been a powerbomb, but I came across a clip and she dropped this particular wrestler on her head, and because it made me cringe that much, I just carried on flicking through social media because I was like, oh, I don't even want to see who that was that just took that because I feel sorry for them already.
Translation, it was so nasty, you actually thought you were concussed.
Concussed. It literally felt like I needed to go see my chiropractor because it was that bad.
Ooh, that's when you know it's serious. Anyway, that aside, we're not going to talk too much on the situation. Hopefully, we're trying to keep it positive and all good.
Yeah, I can deal with that. I can deal with that.
Yeah.
I can deal with it. I can deal with it.
It's all good. But anyway, let's jump straight into the next topic, and it's potentially on a company that we haven't spoken about in a while.
Which is disappointing.
Yes.
It's disappointing because we talk more about NXT than we do the actual WWE main roster, to be fair. But now I just feel like we've swayed a bit too far from one side. We're focusing too much on the WWE. So,
yeah.
If you wouldn't mind introducing the topic, Mr. Burns?
We're going to be discussing some AEW.
All Elite Wrestling.
Now, we have had our little little snippets, where we mentioned certain things, involving Jim Cornette and a certain worker, and doing, basically on a topic that should not be mentioned, that will not be mentioned again, because it is anger-inducing.
Yeah, it is anger-inducing because obviously I had a massive rant.
And I also was having a meltdown at the same time.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that a few others were as well.
Yeah, I would imagine they were.
But anyway, the point being, this one's going to be an interesting week because we haven't just got one topic on AEW either.
No, we've got, about 2 or 3?
3.
3 topics on AEW. And they're actually all important ones as well.
Some of them good, some of them that'll make you go.
Things that make you go, I see what you did there.
Why not?
Why
Why
not?
not?
We
Anyway,
all know lovely old retro songs.
of course. Anyway, the point being is, the weird thing about it is, we'll get the what could be a divisive topic potentially out the way, shall we?
Yeah. Well, I took lead on the first topic with Nia Jax, so I'll allow you to take the lead, Mr. Burns.
Excellent. But anyway, we'll get straight to it. Let's get on to it. This is in regards to the women's division. Lo and behold, the women's championship, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people are sitting there saying, well, why it's been brought into contention? Now, what I noticed is the fact that they've got a tournament, haven't they, for the women's championship?
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, wasn't there a champion?
Yes, there is a champion. There is a champion.
Yeah.
And I'm actually slightly confused by this one.
Yeah, so why are we having... You get what I mean, don't you?
Yeah. It's why are we having a competition for a title that should really be fought for on a singles competitive basis or in, well, a 4-way, a 3-way, you could just... Why do we need a tournament?
It just seems a bit weird, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The fact that we've actually got an AEW Women's World Championship Eliminator tournament. Although the idea is to determine the number one contender, but why don't they just call it the number one contender?
Yeah.
Instead, they called it the AEW Women's World Championship Eliminator Tournament. Although one thing I will say about it, it is interesting that some of the matches will have people from the United States,
Yeah.
and Japan.
Yeah, and why is that?
Because they're actually doing like a bit of certain head-to-heads in regards to it, which is all good. But the question is why is that happening? But that could lead into something, couldn't it?
Yeah, it could. Very much so.
It could, but we're not going to let it lead into it yet, because the funny thing about this, and this is my issue I have on this, is the fact that how much time do they have in regards to this?
Not 100% actually.
It was announced on January 20th. We've had one match of the tournament being done already, so we know about that. What I find a bit confusing is the fact that some of it's one of them's been done on February 10th, one on the 17th on Dynamite.
Yeah.
Two of the matches are being done, well, possibly even 4 of the matches are being done on YouTube.
Yeah. Well, wouldn't that be AEW Dark?
Possibly, but then...
Well, mind you, actually, yeah, I see your point there, because there's already been some controversy around the women's division anyway, because it has actually been widely reported that, not all women wrestlers in AEW are particularly happy with how they are being shunned away from the main roster.
Yeah.
So, to do something like this and then just decide, oh, well, we haven't really got time for this on the main roster, because we want to try and keep the main show Dynamite below 2 hours.
Yeah.
We don't want to end up being another Raw. So, I can understand the frustration. It's like, oh, let's just stick it on YouTube.
And what makes it worse with this, and sometimes this could actually, if someone doesn't address this could be a controversial topic to discuss. Simply because what I don't like about it is the fact of which matches have been picked for the Dynamite show and which ones have been picked for the YouTube show.
Yeah. Well, so
Yeah.
far we've already had, Thunder Rosa.
Yeah, and can you say to you early on that I will probably butcher someone's name at some point?
Oh, mate, don't worry about it. I'm literally looking at the the roster, and I'm also looking at the table of matches.
Yeah.
You got Layla Hirsch or Leah Hirsch. Thunder Rosa.
Layla Hirsch against Thunder Rosa. We know how that one's already gone.
Yeah.
Then we've got Serena D versus Rio.
Yep.
And Day Conti versus Nyla Rose. Beck versus Anna Jay.
Come on. I'm waiting for you to keep going. Go on. Yeah, okay, do it.
I will apologise in advance if I've got the names mispronounced.
To be honest, we both apologise in advance because I'm just going, how the hell am I going to pronounce this?
Yuki
Sakazaki.
Yep. Against Mei Shiruga.
I would imagine that's, I think it is Mei Suruga. Suruga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we've got Veni against Emi Sakura.
Yeah.
And Maki Ito.
Do you want me to say it?
Please do.
Rio.
Yep.
Mizunami.
Yep.
Mizunami. That's it. Mizunami.
If it's been mispronounced, we apologise.
Yep. Very much so.
You going for the rest?
I think it's pronounced Aya Kong, but I could be wrong. It could just be AJ Kong.
It could be Asia.
It could be Asia Kong, yeah. Apologies again.
Yep.
And then you've got Rin Kadokura. How the hell did he sit there on the announcer's table pronouncing these names as if it was second language to them?
Simple, because they've actually got these probably wanting to learn how to pronounce the name, even asking themselves, and gone through the proper channels. With us, we haven't had the luxury of that yet. We apologise if we have mispronounced your name. Apologies. And if anybody would like to even send us a recording on how to correctly pronounce them, I would be more than happy to hear them. And
I'm actually really intrigued by this now, because especially the Kong one.
Yeah. Anyway, point being is, if we have mispronounced any names, let us know. And if you know how to pronounce it, please share it with us.
But for now, we want to continue with the topic. We've made our apologies, so let's move on.
Yeah. The issue I have with it is the fact that they've got Rio as on the American side.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, not all of them are American, are they?
No, they're not, actually.
So I find it a little bit unusual how they got it as United States versus Japan.
I don't want to bring it up, but is this a cheap dig at World War II?
No.
I hope not.
No, I highly doubt that.
That would be very, very, that would be very distasteful if that's
Do
the
you
case.
know? Do you know what I'm going to put it down to? The fact that they've actually got some amazing talent on both in America and Japan, and they actually do, because that's going to lead into another topic in a minute.
I mean, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Basing it on pure talent alone, the Japanese side looks really, really good.
Really strong.
Yeah, and you've only got to see the first name there. Thunder Rosa. She's so good, but it's like I say, it's not the wrestler that it's not the wrestlers as individuals. It's the scenarios and the bookings that let the women's division down.
It's
And
for
the
me.
air.
Yeah, it's the airtime. My issue I have with it is, yes, AEW they have got an actual women's channel, which is, I believe, AEW. Well, Elite Heels, is it?
Elite Heels or something like that, and it's a pay as you
watch,
and it's. I don't like saying it, but women's wrestling really struggles outside of WWE. It really, really does.
No. I disagree with you on that one, because we actually have some amazing wrestling, professional women's wrestling companies like Pro Wrestling Eve and everything. Shimmer,
right.
Just to name a few. And what I believe that both me and my colleague will agree on is that in some cases, some of the women matches are just as good as the guys.
Yeah, but still, if you were to say to anybody, any WWE fan, who's your favourite wrestler, I can guarantee 90% of the time they would turn around and say a male wrestler's name.
But at the same time, not always, because lately I've come across it a bit more surprisingly that I've heard a female name, oddly enough, from
what have I
just
people. Said? I just said like 90% of the time. That's not me saying all the time.
No. Agreed. But the point being is, and this is the thing, if they're not getting time to shine, that won't help.
But that's where we do agree, though. So all your companies that you've just bought up and all your divisions that you've just bought up mean absolutely nothing, because yourself at the UKWA, I actually watched back at the first show that you put on, and the women's match was really good. Yeah, it wasn't without its faults, but it was still really good to watch. I was actually really entertained. So,
and also bear in mind, and this is an interesting fact that I believe that my colleague hasn't noticed yet. On the first official UK show, the first match was a women's match.
I think I did notice that one.
No, not everyone knows that fact. But anyway, moving on.
Yeah, it was the first match, and it was really good. So it just wasn't without its faults. But by the by, still, it was one women's match on the UKWA, because obviously it's a smaller company with limited time and a venue, whereas AEW and WWE are multi-millionaire companies, and only one of them's getting it right. Something's not right there.
Yeah.
So it's the only time I'm actually disappointed with AEW is the women's division. I want to see more women's matches. I was really confused when he announced this tournament, because you call it a number one contenders tournament, or do it as a gimmick match,
Yeah.
Like a cage match or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't remember, but have we had a cage match on AEW yet?
Yes. Yes, we have. I believe the cage match was Cody Rhodes versus Wardlow.
Yes. Thank you. You just jogged my memory. But anyway, still.
Yeah.
You ask like 90% of wrestling fans, and they will always say they will say a male wrestler's name 90% of the time, because women's wrestling doesn't get enough time. Now, if you were to say to me, who was your favourite wrestler on NXT, hands down, I'd turn around and say Rhea Ripley straight away.
Yeah.
Rhea Ripley, because she's an absolute unit.
Absolute unit. Knows what the hell she's doing. Knows how to carry herself. And if you actually see how much of a transition she has made through her wrestling career, you'd be impressed.
Yeah, exactly.
Genuinely.
Exactly.
Genuinely. She is a talent who I will say, whenever I see her on, I'm always ready to watch. I'm always ready to watch her match because I know it's going to be interesting.
Mate, as soon as she enters, you're invested.
As soon as you hear just the first second of her intro, you know.
You know it's going to be a good match, even though, she gets buried a lot. But either way, I'm looking for a feud. I'm looking forward to a feud on NXT, hopefully, if she doesn't get called up to the main roster, with Raquel Gonzalez.
Who I will say has been having a good showing lately.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway,
we're not talking about that anyway, but still, my point being, now if I was to look at the AEW roster, I've not really seen enough of them to pick a female wrestler. We all know about Britt Baker because of obvious reasons.
Yep.
But still, Abaddon, she came in, and I'm right in saying she's injured now. I think.
Is she?
I think she is.
I'll have to look into that.
But it's like she was making headway, and yeah, she's got a creepy ass gimmick, but still, she's one to watch because she's a decent wrestler and she carries herself really well. But it's very hard to pick amongst the others. That's one wrestler. One wrestler. The other wrestler, Britt Baker, is by reputation because of who she's in a relationship with. So,
yeah,
it's not really anything to base whether she's a good wrestler or not. So, anyway, the point being, AEW, make more effort with your women's division. That's what I'm saying.
You've got a good roster there, some good people there. Showcase them more.
Yeah, they've all worked. Majority of that list has worked well on the indie scene. Just
showcase them.
Yeah, showcase them. Let them have the freedom, just not Young Bucks style.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. But anyway, that aside, and this is the thing, AEW right now is about to have an influx, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yes, moving on to the next topic of AEW. There is potentially an influx of wrestlers that are interested in working with AEW.
Yes.
Basically, we don't normally deal with rumours because rumours, the Chinese whispers. But
or he said, she said, whatever.
But this article has actually come from the horse's mouth.
Ooh.
And if you're wondering who I'm talking about, we're talking about CM Punk.
Huh?
Gasp.
Shock.
Now, in an article, in an interview with CM Punk, he has stated that he would love to work with a list of wrestlers within AEW.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. I don't know whether this is just Punk trying to blow up the internet. But
if he is, just let him get on with it.
Yeah, if he is, just let him get on with it. But if there is actually truth in it, get the deal done.
Sign it.
Get the deal done. CM Punk, love to see you back in the ring. Please, just do it.
I know some people may disagree with it and just sit there and saying, well, why would you want him return? He's not done us any favours. Okay,
Well, he actually did do us a lot of favours because he called the WWE out on their bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
In a massive pipe bomb. And I don't give a shit. It was not staged. No way.
It was staged until the mic cut out.
Yeah, it was staged until the mic was cut out and he was left there really pissed off.
And to make it even more scary, I'm actually looking at some of them names that were on the list.
Yeah.
And oddly enough, one of them I've actually met in person.
Gasp.
I know. The question is, which one?
Well, judging by certain turns of events, Gangrel.
No.
Do you like My Little Ponies?
At least this time I'm not helping out at a show.
Yeah, at least you're not refereeing his match.
Literally seconds beforehand.
Oh, God. Anyway, come on.
I will say, love David Gangrel. Absolutely love you. I've got plenty of love for you. You're an awesome guy. Just remembering that story always makes me laugh. But anyway, that aside, the 5 names that are on the list are Will Hobbs, Darby Allin, Brian Pillman Jr., Ricky Starks, and Jungle Boy.
I'm surprised by Jungle Boy, and
I'm not.
Well, I am, because I don't know. He's just he needs to prove himself a bit more to me.
Well, he's young.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's the right time for someone like CM Punk to be putting him over. You know what I mean?
Here's the funny thing. He says they have the potential. He's not saying put over.
Oh, right. Well, okay then. So yeah, the CM Punk's statement there, it is factually correct. It is an actual interview done by Punk. So check it out. I would.
Yeah.
It's an interesting read.
And if I'm not mistaken, he also supposedly from one on one website I've seen, which I believe is What Culture, they even give him brownie points for referring to Alan as Dobbs too.
Yeah. See, now that is one match that I would love to watch. Take my money.
I was about to say, cue the Philip J. Fry from Futurama. Take my money.
Take my money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Philip J. Fry, he knows all the things that are going on.
And in case you're wondering which one of the 5 I've actually met, it was Brian Pillman Jr. All round, awesome guy, nice guy. Look forward to seeing him do really well in AEW.
Even though he did get absolutely thraped in his debut match, but yeah.
Yeah, I do hope he gets the push.
We know some people can be quite touchy on the subject, so I said thraped with a TH.
Yes. Which is a whole different meaning. But anyway.
Look it up. It's called a dictionary.
But what I did also notice the fact that he didn't mention any names like MJF.
I'm not surprised by MJF because MJF, he's already up there. He doesn't need the push.
Yeah.
We all know his potential. He is a terrific heel, and he plays it off so well. The whole thing with Brody Lee's son on Twitter, it's genius. It's brutal, but it's genius.
Yeah.
And MJF always gets his comeuppance. And that's what people fail to see with MJF.
Such a good worker.
He is a good worker. And we've got interesting things happening on AEW at the moment, like the Inner Circle, practically imploding on itself or dividing.
Potentially.
Potentially. But anyway, we're talking about the influx of wrestlers here.
Yeah. And the funny thing about it is, are we done there with the influx of wrestlers?
I don't think we are, though.
No. And why is that?
Well, we have more to tell.
Because not only that, I believe on Impact Wrestling,
Ka-ching, ka-ching.
with the I believe the paid for advertisement by AEW.
Yes.
That a certain owner of AEW was talking about the mystery doors being kicked open.
The mystery door has been kicked open, and if you ask me, it's all down to Jon Moxley.
Wow. Well, part of it's down to Jon Moxley, part of it's down to Kenny Omega, part of it's down is due to whatever is going on. I don't care. I am on board with it.
And rebirth of the Go to Sleep Club. And the rebirth of the Bullet Club, which certain individuals aren't very happy about.
Yes. Which we've heard.
So basically what we're saying is the doors that have been kicked open for business is not just Impact Wrestling, but further overseas.
Yes.
We go further overseas to New Japan. Pro wrestling. Because we've had a particular debut of a Japanese wrestler who is held in very high regard in America and across the UK.
Yeah.
And that is none other than Jon Moxley's rival at the moment, Kenta.
Yeah. And do me a favour. If Eddie Edwards ever goes against him, I'm pretty sure he will never make the same mistake he did in the past once. He'll never kick Kenta.
Yeah. Do not kick Kenta. Kenta will kill.
Oh, in case anybody wants to know what we're referring to, look it up on YouTube. Woo.
Yeah. Eddie Edwards versus Kenta. Do not kick Kenta.
Don't kick him.
He's not part of the Go to Sleep Club for any reason. Other than, don't kick him, because he will kill you.
Pretty much. Best way of putting it.
Oh.
But the scary thing about it is, the door that's been opened is the fact that it is 3 companies possibly working with each other.
And that has not been seen ever. No. I know you're going to disagree because you'll probably come to me and say smaller companies have already done it, blah, 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 but not on this scale. No company has ever achieved this on any scale. Never. And if they have, you're lying. Because I just want to be right about this one.
I'm generally trying to think of it.
Yeah, I know you are. I can hear your brain farts from here.
I think the closest we came to it, and notice the words are used, closest, probably Impact Wrestling, when it was known as TNA, when they had the World X Cup. But that was when they actually had all the talent on signed to a contract to there, so technically it doesn't count. That's why I said it's close.
And if anybody says WWE, ECW, and WCW, you'd be wrong, because the WWE actually purchased them companies. So they were all under contract to the WWE.
And if anybody decides to turn around and say, but what about the WWE Cruiserweight tournament? Technically, people weren't even actually signed up then. They were on a short-term basis contract with WWE, and then in actual fact, they were actually majorly on the independent scene. Yes, some of them didn't actually get a WWE contract, but most of them, look at it, WWE used that as more so, instead of it being we're going to be advertising other wrestling companies, more or less of a, we're using this as a trial period to see if you're good enough to be with us.
Yeah, exactly. But you could all, people could easily turn around and say, "Oh, well, you've got your main rosters, you've got Raw and SmackDown, then you've got NXT US and then NXT UK." I'm sorry, they all fall under the same bracket because they are all contracted to
WWE.
Thank you very much. So,
although I will say NXT and NXT UK, they are knocking down some doors, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Don't get me wrong. They are. It would be nice to see them separated from the WWE because,
it should have its own individuality.
Yeah, it should. It should have its own individual. But no matter which way you look at it, it will always be endorsed by the WWE.
Yeah.
So no, it just
Moving on.
But yeah, like I say, you've got New Japan Pro Wrestling, and you've got Impact Wrestling, and now you've got AEW. I think what helps AEW is that they already had Japanese wrestlers on the roster, quite a few actually, and a couple of legends, even some of them that were female legends that wrestle for them. So, that take my hat off to them there.
They've done it really smart.
They have, and Tony Khan, he's not a stupid man. He is far from it. He is so much into wrestling that he has a personal line to every single wrestler on the roster. If they're not happy or they want to go to him with a certain idea, they can call him. Or they can just knock on his door, because he's always there, from what I hear.
Almost like an open door policy.
Yeah. And, from what I understand, it's not just him making decisions. He puts full trust in Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, but that's how, you got to work. He's working with talent, which is always good.
Yeah, exactly. You work with talent. You produce.
And that's not a dig at anybody either.
Apart from Vince McMahon, Skeletor. He-Man.
Yep.
Yeah, I went there. I went there.
Yeah. Anyway,
Skeletor.
Why pick on Skeletor?
Because he.
What Skeletor upset you with? The fact that you went to begin Dolph Lundgren or something?
No, not touching that one. No. I like my testicles. Thank you very much.
Moving on.
Fuck you.
Show.
Fuck you, Burns. If you don't get the personal joke, it's a personal joke. Fuck you, Burns.
Anyway, the point being is the fact that you've got a massive influx between 3 technical rosters almost under one brand. And the weird thing about it is they're going to be trading talent, and that's going to be absolutely amazing for all workers on, regardless of it, because you could potentially have some AEW workers on Impact Wrestling, New Japan Wrestling, some New Japan Wrestling on Impact Wrestling and AEW, some Impact Wrestlers on New Japan Wrestling and AEW.
The possibilities are endless. I mean, we've already got the crossovers anyway. It started obviously with Kenny Omega being on Impact Wrestling, and then we had Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson making headway to AEW.
The Good Brothers.
The Good Brothers. Even though, Gallows has been under some heavy criticism for his in-ring work, and I look at it and I'm very confused as to why. They are saying he's slow and he's only got a certain move set.
He's a big dude.
And I'm like, he's a big guy. I'm not being funny, but he's not getting any younger.
And on top of that, then again, tell you what, whoever wants to argue that, you get in the ring with him and see how long you last.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That man would probably outrun you any day of the week. I don't give a shit how fit you are. He will murder you. Murder, death, kill.
Pretty much, and then pretty much straight after when he's beaten you, destroyed you, and probably killed you, at the end of the night, he'll even put away the ring. Like a trooper.
Yeah. And whilst he's probably drinking beers like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
You should hear that podcast, That's brilliant.
Yeah, it is brilliant.
Brilliant. When you just got Gallows and Anderson shooting the breeze with Austin. It's hilarious.
It is.
So anyway, we're talking about the crossovers. We've already got Kenta now. We've got Kenta as well now making the crossover from New Japan. And, this is where the WWE go wrong with their talent. They are under contract, supposedly under contract with the WWE. Independent contractors with the WWE, which they may as well be private contractors, but they're independent contractors with the WWE, but they're not allowed to wrestle anywhere else. Whereas AEW have got it right.
Yeah.
You're permanent with AEW, but we have an independent clause in the contract that lets you wrestle outside of AEW. Shock horror. So they could go to places like Gorilla.
Pro Wrestling.
So they could go to Impact Wrestling. So they could go to New Japan. You never know in the future. Maybe Ring of Honor might be joining them. Who knows?
I don't think my heart can take it.
Well, I don't really want to know what your arse can take.
I said my heart.
No, it's not what it sounded like. I think you just got like these suppressed thoughts going on in your head, Mr. Burns.
Nope, not at all. I said heart, and I'm sticking to it.
What, you're sticking to your heart?
My heart.
Okay. Let's not carry on this one because I could just keep going all night. Never mind. So, yeah, we've covered that one. So, there's 2 topics on AEW. What was the third?
Well, I think we actually technically had...
Oh, that was it, wasn't it? Yeah, we just done it.
It was actually 3. All 3 of them. Because we actually mentioned that they could potentially, other than just CM Punk, we could actually have some future workers, which it all comes down to the fact that some people who aren't even contracted to New Japan or TNA, AEW, even looking in the direction of AEW. There's so much talent looking over, and this is the scary thing about it is AEW is putting up a alternative product that is viable for people to go to.
Yeah.
Other than WWE.
Did you just yawn?
No.
Make an apology, liar. I heard you.
I apologise if anyone thought I yawned. There you go.
No, it wasn't a thought. You did. You rude little man.
I apologise for yawning.
Thank you, because we all know that yawning can be quite passive.
And contagious.
That's what I meant. Contagious. Passive is like a comment. Never mind. Anyway. Whatever, Trevor. Shut up.
Trevor?
It's like for us, this is late at night. We decided to do this late at night because obviously the technical issues and everything. So we're just getting a bit tired now. Can't blame him, but he still needs to apologise because I do not wish to catch his bloody yawning.
What's the COVID?
Dude, not going there. No.
No, we're not going there. We'll move on.
Say you're sorry.
I'm sorry. If that has upset anybody, I do apologise.
Good boy. Oh, man. Okay. I don't know. Go on. Let's go. Keep going.
Anyway, let's move on to the next topic, shall we?
Yes.
Would you do the honour?
You notice by my slightly awkward pause, I have seemingly forgotten the next topic because I haven't got it written down in front of me.
Really? It's not like you mentioned a podcast where people talk to other people or anything like that. It's not like we're not just a broadcast, are we?
Would you like me to kick you in the groin?
Would you like me to do it?
Yes, please. I do apologise. I have forgotten. It is my fault.
That's fine. There you go. Anyway, the interesting part about this is the fact that with all this, and I've got to apologise as well at the same time for this, because my God, how long has it been? We're having something return.
Oh, mother fucker, all fuckery and buggery and god damn brother. I can't believe I forgot that.
I'll let my colleague finish the announcements, shall I?
Yes, why couldn't you have just said we have something returning if you remember?
Yes.
I would have got it from that. So, here we go. Anyway, starting from afresh, like a fresh morning wash with a bar of soap. It's stinging my eyes now. Anyway, so. So, here we go. We are going to be bringing back a part of the Burning Truth that's been missing for a couple of years. And, Matt Burns was contemplating bringing it back anyway, but through very little persuasion, I have managed to persuade him to bring back the Burning Truth interviews. So TBT interviews.
Yes.
And funnily enough, we have some lined up already.
Or soon to be lined up.
Yeah, we are. We've actually had people contact us wishing to be interviewed. Wrestlers, of course.
That we have.
And it's quite interesting. I mean, would you like to name a few?
He has been on this podcast. He has been on this broadcast podcast. He's been on this during the early days of the Burning Truth. I'm gonna have to bring back his name because I feel as though when I actually do interview him, I'm wondering if his nickname's going to come back into play.
Oh, okay.
His nickname was the man who doesn't know how to go away to keep it clean.
Okay.
Actually, screw it. Let's just go with he's the man who doesn't know how to fuck off.
Careful now. Sweary, naughty goody.
I know. But he is none other than Charles Kelsey.
Yeah, that man really does not know how to fuck off.
But he is such a wonderful person.
Yeah, nice to know how he's keeping that belt warm for me. Oh, sorry, I'm speaking out loud.
In case anybody was wondering which belt he's referring to, it was on about the UKWA Championship. Good luck, is all I'm going to say.
Death, kill. Murder, death, kill. That's what you'll be putting on my grave.
Here lies Irvine. Been Dossa bombed.
So, we've got Charles Kelsey, the gobshite from the Midlands. Don't you tell him I said that.
He's going to be listening in on this, you know that.
Mo fucking... Oh, I don't care. Whatever. Get on with it.
Anybody you're looking forward to?
I'm actually looking forward to Jack Knudsen.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody knows it. You know, in the UK, if you want to look him up, he's on social media. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Jack Knudsen. He's a member of the trio AWOL.
Yes.
He's wrestled quite a few different wrestling promotions throughout the UK.
And even I've been against him.
Yeah, even Matt Burns has faced him. So, yeah, that'll be a very, very interesting interview. We know him personally as well, and he's a really, really nice guy. Quite funny, actually.
Yeah.
Quite funny.
We've also got even potentially a return interview.
And he's not like the man that won't fuck off.
What we mean is he has been interviewed before, but it's about time we interviewed him again.
Yeah. Keeping it fresh.
Keep it fresh, and let's just say this. He is, I will say, a very big man who, bear in mind, how many people can pretty much throw me around like a rag doll?
Oh my God, you really want me to answer that?
Not many. Is what the answer is. Charles Kelsey being one of them, who's strong enough to pretty much pretty much gorilla press me. This person I'm referring to is Big Rich.
Big Rich. You know, I don't know the guy. You know him personally. Me, not so much. We're actually going to try and get him interviewed this weekend, but too much short notice.
It was. We're hopefully going to get that one arranged soon. But I will say it'll be an interesting one. I guarantee that I'm pretty sure that Irvine will be probably asking him a question on how hard he probably hit me.
Yeah, obviously not hard enough because you're still here.
I still have some memory loss though. Maybe. What? Who knows?
Never mind, silly boy. But yeah, we got Big Rich. I'm actually looking forward to that one because it'd be interesting to get to know more wrestlers up and down the UK. We are going to also another wrestler, another member of AWOL that we may potentially be able to get lined up, and that is the Sweet Prince, Benjamin Harland.
Yes.
Now, he is one of the members of the trio AWOL, another one as well. So I think if anything, we should go for a triple on that one.
Why not?
You know, try and get the third member.
You know, trifecta?
Yeah, there's a trifecta. Oh, I like what you did there.
Hey,
I think if they were listening in, they'd like that.
Of course.
They'll just be saying, buy my merch. Anyway,
although I will say their merch is pretty cool.
Yeah, potentially, we would like to try and interview. I don't want to say it disrespectfully, because these guys are brilliant wrestlers, and they're fun to watch, and they know the shit.
Yeah.
When we interview them and you actually listen to them, you'll know that they know the shit.
Yeah.
Because they eat, sleep, drink, and live wrestling.
I can verify that.
Yep. Because they know shit I can't even remember, because I'm just terrible. My memory's shocking.
But then again, you could always ask a certain question to a certain female wrestler who have been interviewed by on the Burning Truth before.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
If I can get the return interview on that one, which I will say,
Would
I
be
hope I can.
Brilliant. Yeah, that'd be absolutely brilliant. Are we talking about a certain MK?
Yes.
Not MK. Millie. Yeah. I was thinking. Oh fuck! I've just realized. That's it. MK. What's fucking hell? If we don't know who we're talking about Millie McKenzie.
Yes, who I will say is actually our most listened to interview on TBT interviews.
Yeah, and it'd be really, really good if we could get her on. Obviously, yeah. I don't know how she'd react to the watershed. I hope that she'd feel more relaxed and she could be herself more so.
Hopefully,
but we'll see. I'd like to try and get, fingers crossed. I'd like to try and get Chris Ridgway. But we just want to start. We want to start slowly and then work our way up, and then hopefully we can get more and more and more wrestlers throughout the UK, and hopefully, you never know, we might be able to get some from the US. Who knows? Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Hopefully, yeah, potentially. Because I will say, even I've managed to interview one from the US, which I will say, I have no idea how that happened. But anyway,
Okay.
The point being is, if there is any suggestions you'd like us to point out who you would like to be interviewed by us, and also have what?
Realistically,
within reason, respectfully, and or we actually have some names to be announced for, the interviews. Send us some questions, maybe. What would you like to know?
Oh, I'd so love to get Walter.
Oh, good Lord.
And Ilya Dragunov. I'd love to listen to them both run through that match.
First thing I will be asking Walter to do is if we ever got to interview him, is to change the name of the shop to cardiac arrest.
Oh God, yeah, please.
And I'll even say, if it's not copyrighted for that move, get it done. It's all yours. I don't care.
Yeah, get it done. It's just brilliant.
Take it.
Amazing.
Because the funny thing about it is, when he hits that move, I'm just there thinking to myself, chop him again, please. You don't want him to die.
Yeah, I was just about to say, surely if it causes a cardiac arrest by him giving that chop, so surely it'd work in the opposite if you give it him again. It just restarts his fucking heart. Oh my God.
And in case if anybody wants to know why we say that, I'll just say one victim of it. Look it up. Walter chopping Zack Sabre Jr.
Oh my God, yeah. I think
before he hit the ground
next week, didn't he?
What?
I think he knocked him into next week, didn't he?
Next month, you mean? It was almost like a quote from Boston. He was dead before he hit the ground.
Yes. Oh man, that would be so cool. That would be so cool. But anyway, we're just spitballing at the moment. But we want to hear your suggestions. We really, really do. So if you've got anybody that realistically we could potentially get hold of, or you are a wrestler that'd love to be interviewed, please drop us a message, drop us a line. You can contact us on social media. You can catch us off the Burning Truth website. Please get in contact because we'd love to consider you for the Burning Truth TBT interviews.
Yeah.
Consider it better myself. Oh wait, I did. I think. Or was that Herbert?
No idea.
No idea.
Anyway, let's move on, shall we?
Yeah, let's move on.
There we go. Shall we go for the epic wrestling moment or the non-wrestling topic?
I think just keep it in the theme of the wrestling, and then we'll go non-wrestling topic.
So, are we going non-wrestling topic now?
No, second.
Second, okay. Let's get to the epic wrestling moment.
You know, we should have a little jingle for that. You know, like the car insurance one. Epic.
Yeah.
He just bought his car insurance and he feels epic.
But our own version.
But our own version, of course, and probably in Elmo's voice.
I'm down with that.
Swear to freaking God. Swear to freaking God.
Elmo?
Yeah?
Would you care to mention what I just said?
No?
Why not?
Swear to God. Swear to freaking God. Just move on.
Okay, Elmo. Just
went to your
put
room
away,
and
just
slit
put
your
away.
fucking throat.
Just put away the tape measure. Is all I ask.
Oh, you gonna do fuck them now?
Anyway, before Elmo attempts to try to murder me somehow, we'll get to the epic wrestling moment, shall we?
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, okay.
You know where it is, Elmo.
Yeah, he's fucked off now.
There we go. Anyway, we have got an absolute epic moment that was from the 12th of April, 2001.
A moment that I hold very dearly in my heart.
Yes.
And that would be the moment that a certain individual's singles career started to take shape.
Yeah.
And I am talking about one of my very, 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 very favourite wrestlers of all time.
Yes.
Jeff Hardy.
What did he do?
He beat Triple H for the Intercontinental Championship.
Now, I know everyone's listening there thinking, huh? Wouldn't it be big if it was the WWE Championship? Yes, it would be, but in all fairness, this was still a massive moment because bear in mind, at the time, what was Triple H doing at the time?
He was a member of the two-man power trip.
And who was that with?
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Who was?
The WWF champion
at the time. Just for the ones who can be pedantic, but it's now registered as the WWE Championship. Just for it.
And they were both the WWE, well, WWF
at the time,
tag team champions.
Yes.
So yeah, he had a lot going for him then. With it being the most dominant fucking team ups in the history of the WWF.
Yeah.
Notice you said one of.
Yes. And WWE/WWF at the time.
Yeah. So we're just going to say WWF, but we don't mean Save a Whale Foundation.
Although I have seen the many internet sensations where people have put up a panda with a steel chair.
Yes.
Well, let's not go down that road.
No, let's not, because we'll probably end up getting fucking sued at some rate.
Yeah, I can see that happening. But anyway, we'll just say WWE officially, but even though it was WWF at the time.
Yeah, at the time.
At the time.
Yeah, it was a monumental moment. Because
it was.
Austin's heel turn, huge. Triple H,
Different.
already the biggest heel in the company.
Huge.
Making extremely mental headwaves within the company.
Yep.
And both of them were teaming up into the ultimate powerhouse team ever, one of the biggest ones to ever exist within the WWE. And Jeff Hardy is at ringside, well, in the ring, with him at the ringside is his brother and Lita.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, they weren't actually at ringside during this match, were they?
Well, no, they weren't, but they were in his corner.
Yeah, they were supporting him.
Yeah, they were supporting him. So, they were still classed as a tag team, Jeff and Matt were. So this is what I'm saying about it was an absolute monumental occasion for Jeff Hardy's career because Triple H was willing to put him over.
And in case if anybody hasn't figured out what my colleague is trying to say, what was the end result of that?
Jeff Hardy winning.
Yeah.
But would you like to tell the audience, was it clean? Was it dirty?
It wasn't exactly clean, but at the same time, he didn't care.
Exactly. Why? Because Triple H was one of the biggest heels within the company at the time, and he was trying to win dirty, so he got treated dirty. He got done dirty.
He got done dirty. Done dirty.
He got done dirty, and he got his ass whooped.
Anyway, point being is, it was just absolutely brilliant because I actually remembered it. All I'll just say is, the second you heard that chair shot hit Triple H in the back, and you saw the fall, and you can see the alignment, the stars aligning. No, this is not going to happen. This is on SmackDown.
And what happened?
Boom! Swanton bomb.
1,
2,
2, 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, your new Intercontinental Champion, Jeff Hardy.
Oh man, that was just stop it. It's giving me goosebumps. Or I could watch it over and over again. I really, really could.
It was just one of the moments where you sit down and you just go, did that just really happen? Okay, Triple H did end up winning it back not long after, but still.
It's a monumental occasion because obviously Jeff and Matt were a tag team. They were still part of the tag team division. So, they needed to press on with the whole tag team thing because they were a massive part of it.
Yeah.
Just like Edge and Christian and the Dudley Boys. So,
Definitely.
APA. You've just got to keep it going.
Yeah. Brilliant.
God, I don't think I've ever seen the bloody tag team division as strong as that since then.
That's what I mean. You got some good, strong teams then.
Jesus. Even Spike Dudley
with Taz.
with Taz was a fucking solid team. Oh my god. Can't believe I just said that.
Big Show and Undertaker. The Rock and Sock connection.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. It was awesome because it was funny.
Oh yeah.
And obviously we just love Edge and Christian because they just had so much good chemistry.
And the fact that Edge referenced it recently.
Oh yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, he was being totally awesome.
Oh god, yeah. That was so good. I don't think the Miz knew where to put his face.
That's how you do a lethal promo burial.
You talk about being awesome. I've been there. I've done that. Yeah. Whoa. Talk about kicking a man in the dick. He may as well have had a point on the end of his shoe so it went straight up his arse after on the follow through.
Ding! Yeah,
That would have made
much,
my eyes
anyway.
widen.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get back to it. Jeff
Yeah.
Hardy winning the Intercontinental Championship from Triple H on SmackDown on the 12th of April 2001.
And anybody that knows me will know that I'm a massive Jeff Hardy fan. I hold him in the same regard as William Regal, but for different reasons.
Yeah. William Regal is
he a piss
he's
wheel?
a man.
No, please don't. No, that's just no.
Yeah, we won't do that to him. He's such an amazing man, and I don't want him to look at me and go War Games either.
You just did it again.
What?
You did it again. You referenced it again, you dick.
What?
He's a man.
I don't want him to look at me and just go War Games.
I hope he does now, and I hope he chews your nose off. But anyway, we digress very deeply.
Please be nice. And moving on. Now that we've got the epic wrestling moment out the way, shall we get to the non-wrestling topic?
Yeah, if we've got time. Of course we've got time. It's pre-recorded.
Doo-doo.
Baby.
Of course we do. But anyway, we won't waste too much of your time.
Yeah, so I think that you should introduce this one because obviously I've had my fair share.
Yeah, and believe me, are you doing this because you know you
Geeking out,
want to
right?
be able to what?
I know that you're geeking out right now.
Damn right I am. Damn right I am on this topic, especially the fact that some people might have heard others call me the comic book geek guy from The Simpsons. Yes, I am a comic book geek guy.
Worst
Of course I am.
video ever.
Yes. But anyway, point being is, even though this is pre-recorded on the Saturday, tomorrow, officially today for yourselves, the trailer for the Justice League Snyder Cut.
Ooh, baby.
Has anybody even seen the trailer that is building up? Basically, we've got little mini trailers building up to the actual official trailer that is happening on the 14th.
If I'm right in saying, there's 3.
There's 3 now.
But they are very mini trailers. Less than a minute.
And just in that 1 minute, how epic does it look?
It looks more epic than Henry Cavill's removed mustache.
Just don't send the bell.
Yeah, the bill, for God's sake. No, honestly, they have managed to make this look amazing in short, less than 60 seconds than the entire entirety of the trailers for the Joss Whedon one.
Don't forget about the Whedon cut.
Oh God!
Sorry, had to.
Can I just forget about that? Stay. No, in fact, I'm being too unfair on that one. It was a crock of shit.
It's not the finest work.
No, I'm telling lies again. It's a. I'm just going to put it out there. It's a guilty pleasure to watch it because it's got fucking Batman in it.
Batman.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
I can't
And
say
you-
it because my tingly.
And you've also got Superman even quoting Batman to him from a previous film.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But anyway, these trailers look phenomenal. And literally, I got tagged in it on Facebook. I nearly wet myself. Matt Burns has nearly wet himself. In fact, I actually heard him tinkle a little bit.
Of course it did.
And it went a bit like this. Hee.
I'm not denying it.
I know you're not. I heard you cleaning the mess up after.
What?
Yeah,
I like to be clean.
I heard you.
I like to be clean.
Licking yourself like a cat.
The point being is, what was so scary in this is, some of the moments are a blink and you miss it, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah.
That in these small snippets, we get a look at the Batmobile, which looked awesome.
Well, it's actually the war tank,
Okay, the war tank.
which is in reference to the Dark Knight,
Yes.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, which looks awesome.
It looks amazing. It
Yes.
just that one clip, that one visual of what looks to be like carnage in the background, and then you just got this massive war tank, and it's just like, holy shit, Batman is going to fucking town.
Yeah.
Amazing, absolutely amazing.
Pretty much. And then at the end of it, we've also got a certain clip where Batman is wearing something that he doesn't normally wear, a jacket.
A
The
raincoat.
camera move. What?
A raincoat.
Raincoat. To have the camera move slightly from behind him to reveal who he's looking at.
And all I'm going to say is Jared Leto, emo Joker.
No more.
No more. And if you want to know what we're talking about, watch it. If you're a big geek like we are, and you want to geek out, watch it. If you've already watched it, amazing.
You know.
You know what we're talking about. And
You know.
if they are actually doing Jared Leto's Joker, but not the Suicide Squad version, amazing. Yes, the resistance.
All I'll just say is, cue the Stephen Fry clip.
Oh, God.
Where he'll be watching it and going, very interesting. And we followed up with the J. Fry one.
Yeah, take my money.
Yeah, pretty much. You thought I was going to get straight for the film J. Fry, didn't you?
I did actually, yeah. I was actually waiting for it. I was literally just about to go, take my money.
And then you hear me go, Stephen Fry. You're like, eh?
Yeah, Stephen Fry? What the fuck you on about?
I thought I'd just catch him off guard with it, but I guarantee you, interesting to watch.
Very interesting. And we are literally
Nailed
gagging to watch this film. We really, really are, because if it is half as good as what the trailers have made it out to be, it's going to be epic.
I'm going to lose my bank account, aren't I?
Yeah, because you've got to buy it for me.
I'm going to lose my bank account.
Well, you know what to do. If you want to support us so you can get a good review on it, buy my fucking merch.
Or help me support my geek, me being a geek.
And buy my merch.
Of course. Of course.
Oh no,
But anyway.
I'm losing my voice.
Okay, but anyway, we'll get down to it.
Yeah, it's time. It's time. I think we've been babbling on long enough.
It's about to wrap up for this week, I'm going to say. Unfortunately, we've got no topic to decide upon for next week.
Yeah, I think we're just going to play it by ear, really, aren't we?
We'll play it by ear. But at the moment in time, let's get on to the plugs. We're going to keep it short, sweet, and simple. We'll just get straight to it. The plugs are: we recommend you check out UKWA, also known as UK Wrestling Alliance. We, of course, also recommend you check out charitable organisations like Changing for Health Wellbeing, Changing for Recovery Radio, Mind, Mercy for Mind, Donald Louise Hospice Care for Children and Young People. The information that they provide from these companies are absolutely vital and actually make a whole world good. Would you agree?
I would agree with that statement. Very, very much so.
And on top of that, they do amazing work and can actually provide assistance and help to people, who are having bad times of certain situations and can prove very useful with the information that they can provide. You never know who could end up helping out.
Exactly.
We, of course, also recommend you to check out the lighter side of professional wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Which is none other than Botchamania. Welcome, Matthew. And of course, Wrestle Crap, you welcome R.D. Reynolds and his colleague, of course. Unfortunately, I can't think of the name on top of my head. I do apologise for not missing your name off. I will get it noted down for the next episode. Make sure it's not missed again.
Oh, you're going to have to get grovelling.
I'm already grovelling already.
Ugh, that's a horrible sight.
You're welcome. Anyway, of course, we also recommend OSW Review, especially checking out the What Ball They Today segments. They also have Matthew on there from Botchamania on there. Absolutely amazing. And of course, we always recommend you check out local wrestling promotions. Yes, we know at the moment in time that not many of them are actually active at wrestling at the moment, especially in the UK, seeing as we are currently what are we doing right now?
Just sitting on our arses doing nothing, really.
We're in lockdown. Yes. But we always recommend you check out your local wrestling promotions, be it either through their social media or if you are able to attend, as long as, legal, please do so. But we do recommend you to check out companies like Future Championship Wrestling, United Wrestling, Future Wrestling, Academy Pro Wrestling, Fallen Star Wrestling, Venom Wrestling Federation, Wolf Pro Wrestling, and I believe the Barracks Wrestling Academy, and many others.
Correct.
And just in case if anybody thinks I have missed any of them off and are upset about it, I apologise in advance already. There's too many to name. But just in case, there is an actual app to check out where you can actually see what wrestling companies are around you and be able to see who you can support. Be at Babyface Wrestling app. Do you know how much that is?
I certainly do. I do believe it is the actual cost of fresh air.
Yeah, absolutely nothing.
Zero.
Yes.
Now, I am not being funny, but you may be able to find Mr. Burns on there.
I was just about to say you can actually follow and like any wrestlers on there who are on the list, and of course you can also follow some wrestling companies on there as well.
Oh, good. I was right then.
Yes, you were.
Love it.
Of course, but we also recommend you check out our website, which is www.theburningtruthuk.com,
where you can find great entertaining content.
Yes, that's getting bigger and brighter and better each time.
Like a light bulb.
Going off. But anyway, point being is, you can listen to our past episodes, our current episodes. You can listen to us live on there. You can also listen to some past interviews, some past reviews, and of course, we'll put the blog section, if I'm not mistaken, that is slowly getting bigger and better. Would you agree on that?
Yeah, if anybody was wondering why he was stuttering on the word section there, it's because it sounds very close to the word sex. And he just gets very awkward and comfortable around that word. Don't you, Mr. Burns?
No, I don't. But good Lord, you need some help. Anyway, back to it. We of course also got the links page, which most of the stuff that we have covered on our shout outs and everything are on there, if I'm not mistaken, and some additional ones.
And we are not responsible for any of the content of them particular links.
Basically, what my colleague is saying is you cannot hold us responsible for external links as we do not provide the content. Please don't be mad at us.
Yes, please don't be mad at us. Be mad at somebody else. We don't deserve the madness.
Please, but you can also do something else on there if you want to.
Oh wait! Where are you going with this?
You can do something else on there.
Duh.
You could message us.
Whew.
You could also help support us.
That is true. And by supporting us, we mean you could easily buy my merch.
Or, as my colleague's trying to say repeatedly, you can buy the Burning Truth merch on there.
So it's not just my merch, it's our merch. The Burning Truth merch.
Correct.
Entertaining. Lovely.
And to point this out, there's some more merch coming soon.
Ooh, interesting.
But if anybody wants to know where that merch is coming up, you may have to check on social media. But the question is which social media? It could pop up on the Burning Truth. It could pop up on my social media. It could pop up on Irvine's. It could pop up on John JB's. It could pop up anywhere.
It could pop up anywhere.
But anyway,
doesn't sound creepy at all, does it? Really?
Now that I say that out loud, it does sound creepy. I apologise for that.
Yeah, it did sound a bit creepy, to be fair.
But basically, there's going to be some possible teaser reveals.
Yeah, I can't wait, to be honest. That'll be cool.
Why not?
It'd be cool because we're on all platforms of social media.
That we are, especially from Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and we've also got all them to brand out, haven't we?
That is correct. So,
of course,
keep your eyes peeled and your thumbs bit.
Yeah, pretty much. On top of that, I know this is the moment that someone's been waiting for. Of course, this is, if you want to listen to some current episodes, past episodes, we have got the website.
Good.
We have Spreaker.
Good.
We have Spotify.
Good.
We have iTunes.
Good.
We have Amazon Music.
Good.
We, of course, have Deezer.
Good.
And, of course, Google. Google Podcasts.
That shit never gets old.
I know. And other external sources, of course, where you can listen to us.
Excellente.
Including YouTube, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, YouTube.
But anyway, that aside, that's going to be a wrap up for the plugs.
Ka-ching.
And this week, to end off, we're going to be doing the mental health message as we always do.
Yeah.
It's a big message because It is okay to be not okay. Asking for help is never a weakness. And you can end up finding out that people care for you a lot more than you can ever know.
Agreed.
Aside from that, we also always have to state, never compare your behind the scenes to other people's greatest hits.
That is also true.
Quoted by, a quote from Tom Campbell, who's part of Cultaholic.
That is correct.
We also always have to state, make yourself a priority once in a while. It's not selfish, it's necessary.
That is correct.
And believe me when I say this, each of us does this from time to time, and we have to do it. Otherwise, the madness will take over. And we're not on about the woo yeah madness.
Yeah, we're not on about the Kool-Aid guy.
Never mind. And of course, we also always recommend, if you could be anything in this world at this moment in time, more so at this time, please be more kind.
And the number one rule of progress.
And of course, the burning truth, and of course, just in general in life, don't be
a dick.
Bingo. And I'll repeat it again. Don't be a dick.
Don't be a big, ugly dick.
Otherwise, get in the bin. Anyway, that aside, we also recommend
a load of dicks in a bin.
What was that?
Why did I just get a mental picture of a load of dicks in a bin? What is wrong with me?
You need help.
I do. Seriously.
But anyway, that aside, one thing I'm going to say is, for the last mental health messages, be excellent to each other. And that has been the burning truth. So for now, we recommend you all stay well, stay safe, and until the next episode, check out your local promotions, be it their social media. Reach out to a friend, a colleague, or anyone you haven't spoken to in a while. You never know, because that one call, message, or even just a tweet, or even just a little message to them could make their day.
Exactly, because it is okay to not be okay.
That it is. I've been Matt Burns, and it has been emotional.
And I've been sweet Jesus.
Nope.
What?
Nope.
Want to see my box?
No, Nope. Behave.
Sweetie.
Behave.
Never. I shall never surrender.
Would you care to do signing off, please?
Yes, I shall do it whilst I am signing in fresh air. I have been the James Irvine, signing off from the burning truth. See you later.
Until next week, catch you later.
Bye-bye then.